What's cracking, everybody? This is Louie Listens, and I'm Louie, and I've got Kyle with me.
I have returned.
Yes, Kyle the Metalhead returns, and we are going to slowly bridge Kyle from this Metalhead uh, culture, and we're going to just show him some things that are not necessarily metal, and see which ones he likes, which ones he doesn't like, and it's a really fun journey. He's very attentive, and I enjoy having him on my show. We have been down a 1OK Rock rabbit hole, me and Kyle, and personally, I have been going down a BTS rabbit hole. So hello to all the army out there. This is kind of bringing those two worlds together with Taka, from the singer from 1OK Rock, and we've got Jin. Jin is one of the 7 members of the boy band BTS, which is the biggest, probably the biggest band in the world.
Interesting.
It's the biggest, like, they got 1 billion people behind. I mean, like, that's a hyperbole, but and so these guys, they'll drop concerts and they will be sold out in minutes. Hundreds of thousands of tickets. And so Taka and Jin are coming together for a crossover. I don't know anything about this crossover. I know Taka's got some amazing rock vocals, and I know Jin's got very intelligent, thoughtful, heartfelt vocals, lyrics. So I don't know anything about this. So I know Kyle probably doesn't know anything about this.
Absolutely not.
We'll have to explore these. These are color-coded lyrics, so they'll tell you who is singing, when, and what they're saying. If you like the vibes, please subscribe. This is Taka and Jin, or this is Jin Falling featuring Taka.
遠すぎる冷静な君と僕の温度差手伸ばす But I can't touch you You better know what to do 君へのこの想い激しく走る時終わらない長い夜が僕を包む伝えたい I wanna make you mine 声かけたいけど君に届かなくて
Guitar in the background. Okay, so that was Jin's part. Jin is singing about, from what I can tell, really longing for somebody. He really wants somebody, and he wants to declare that he likes them, but I don't think he has. So he just sits longingly thinking about them instead of saying something about it. So that's what I'm grabbing from those lyrics, and I love like the little bit of foreshadowing of some rock coming up. Because you hear some distorted electric guitar in the mix back there. So I feel like it's foreshadowing something a little bit heavier coming in.
I do like the clean and soft. Okay, so the guitar sounds really clean.
Yeah. Clear.
The riffs are soft, and the bass that was coming in was really neat.
Yeah, I liked the bass on that one.
And the drums they're a little more subtle. They turned the volume down on the drums, but that it's not a bad thing. That's kind of a good thing in this case.
I think that's what I've noticed about you. You pay attention to the mix in a way that's really unique, because you really look at each instrument and, like, including the voice, and like how loud it is. And that's an interesting perspective that I don't see very often, is like you literally look at a song and, well, how loud is the drums, how loud is the guitar, how loud is the bass, how loud is the singer, who's loudest at the moment getting the spotlight, and who's supporting. That's a really cool way to think of it.
I do want to talk about the voice as well.
Go ahead.
He has really good vocals. His highs are really high.
Absolutely.
And it just cuts through the music perfectly.
Yeah, he really does. I've listened to one of his songs a couple times on this channel, and then just on repeat outside, and I've just noticed that his voice, when he starts singing, it like takes control of the scene. Like he really does, like, all of a sudden, once he's singing, it is him. That is what I'm laser focused on. And I'm excited to hear the Taka side of this, the Taka vocals.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
隠していた想い目も合わせられず君を見るとまた空すぼくさもういっそ I wanna make you mine
Oh, that wasn't very long. You know what's another cool thing about this? This song has 3 languages in it. Because Taka's singing in Japanese, Jin is singing in Korean, and they're both singing in English.
That's interesting.
Yeah, 2 cultures like that are really coming. Because I hate to I don't want to like punk on my country sometimes a lot, but like a lot of Americans cannot tell the difference between Asian countries, and like when you start listening to this music so much, it's like how it you really notice the difference, and you're like, how in the hell are you confusing Japanese people with South Korean people and Chinese people? They don't look anything alike. But in America, it's just the whitewash. You know how we just do it. Um, these are unique cultures, and the languages are so unique and so beautiful in their own way. And I love listening to such a mixture of languages in just a single song.
I didn't pick up on that. I picked up that there was English, but I didn't pick up on the Korean. I thought they were both. I'm gonna be honest. I thought they were both Japanese, but I should have figured that by reading and looking at the kanji,
Yeah,
and I would have been able to. I wasn't that perceptive this time.
yeah. I mean, and
I
you
wouldn't
know,
have been able to guess which country it was, though.
yeah, yeah, and that's okay. Like you are still coming in. It's like I said, it's we in America haven't been exposed to stuff like a lot of this. So in order for us to explore K-pop and J-pop and J-rock and J-metal and all these things, we have to actually like step out of our like because we just don't have it here. We don't share that culturally here. We don't talk about it, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Jin's voice there. Yeah, falsetto. Lots of thrash cymbals. Bass going off. The vocal fry, I love that. Well, thank you to the people who do these color-coded videos. I really, really appreciate utilizing these types of videos when I'm watching things in another language because then I can really understand what they're saying a lot better and it just helps me connect to the song way better. So thank you guys for doing that. Yeah, that is Jin and Taka. We got one OK Rock from Japan and we've got one of the members of BTS from Korea coming to give us a vibe. A hella good vibe. They really mixed those rock elements in there with some pop elements and just gave a really easy listening tune, honestly.
Yeah, the first half of the song was a little bit more poppy with some rock elements, and then the second half of the song was more rock with some pop elements, and also the second half of the song, the drums were more prominent, the bass was more prominent, and I could hear the bass clearly, and it was just like his voice cutting through the music, and I like good bass. I can appreciate good bass, and that was great bass.
It's really underappreciated in music, the bass guitar. I wanted to show you this because it touches on a really big industry, which is K-pop. And when I say it's a big industry, I mean like they their fans are big, they're wide, and the BTS armies, the BTS fandom is called Army, and they just this is when you get into BTS, they'll change the way you think about music because they explore music so academically and intellectually and then put it in an emotional feely way. Like they literally will do everything from rock and rap and jazz and all of the different genres that you can think of, EDM and electronic trap, and they just make this cesspool of amazing music. So this was a soft introduction into BTS for you. All right, and with that, as always, you have been awesome. Thank you so much, Kyle. I've been Louie, and I'll see you in the next one.
Have fun.